Hey crew! Today we're going to be doing a session with Brett Robinson. Now, if you don't know who Brett Robinson is, he's an Australian male distance runner. Now, Brett has competed at many Olympics, a couple of World Championships, also a World Championship finalist in the 5 kilometres. He was the first Australian male to break 60 minutes for the half marathon and recently ran a sub 2:10 marathon in London. He's also one of the co-hosts of the For the Kudos podcast.
Brilliant from Robinson, inside 2:10 for the first time in his life.
He has been struggling a little bit with stitches, in particular with the longer half marathon efforts. Now the stitch down that right side, we've been working together for a few months now, trying to actually change body position and movement. So today we're actually going to try and put the two together to limit the amount of movement he pulls back into that right side, but hopefully we can get it sorted out. He's got a marathon in a couple of weeks in Fukuoka. If we can get to the point where he doesn't have stitches and he doesn't have to worry about stitches mid-marathon, he can start to lay down much more intense effort without that fear. So follow along.
Hey, my name is Brett Robinson. I'm from Melbourne Track Club. I've been working with Paul now for about a year, so I have a few problems with like stitches and like diaphragm spasm. So we've been working on that, and I'm finding some big benefits in my running with the stitch, but just how I'm moving generally as well. So hopefully I can convert that into a race and hopefully one day break the Australian marathon record.
Okay, so we're going to we'll get you to feel like how much movement is going on compared to. We'll try and reverse it. Okay. So I think the reverse will become super important because, as you said, you know it, you've seen it, what was going on. So I think go out to that orange cone, and the two things I want you to feel is like how and where, how much and where does your hand get to? Yep. Even at this pace, but almost how loose the shoulder joint itself feels, because that's like a real indicator of how much movement's occurring. Yeah. And then think about your left on the return, think about how and where, and how loose or tight. Okay. So that range of motion. Because we almost want to go tighten up, loosen up. But yeah, just feel it for yourself for the moment. Just just see what's going on now.
Okay, this one feels like it's like there to there.
Yeah.
This one feels a lot more compact.
Yeah.
But even this feels like it moves, where this doesn't really. Like it just moves under it in the socket, where this is like opens up, I guess. Yeah.
Remember the very first time we worked, you thought that one was the shit one? Yeah. When it was almost like, now I want that to do that. Yeah. So I actually want you to tighten that up. Yeah. Tighten it up, almost restrict it, or no, not even almost. I want you to restrict it. Yeah. So you're going, all I'm going to give you is, all you can do is get from there to there. Yeah. Like, you won't. Yeah. You'll go bigger.
That's what I'm trying, though.
But yeah, it's like, if I can give you like 2 inches of movement.
Yeah, okay.
And not like our 2 inches, because our 2 inches is like, it's like a proper 2 inches. You said 2 inches. Like just tiny little movement. We'll start on this side. Yeah. Because then we'll try and then go to this side, and then come to this side, and then we'll try and match them up, and we'll do this couple, do that for a couple, do that couple, and then try and do them both. Yeah. First up, like zipper to nipple. Yeah. Like that's it. That's all you can do. So even this, look at this, like his left has actually started to swing a little bit more as a result of trying to restrict that right.
Yeah, it feels funny.
What feels funny about it?
It's just like, I'm just holding it there. Yeah.
Watch, restrict it even more.
Okay.
Yeah, try to, like, and you did a really good job.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why when you get back. So you can actually see the left has swing. So that he feels like his right isn't moving at all. How'd that feel?
That one felt like even less, like it's just sitting there really,
Have a look at this. So the funny thing is, what happens is, we'll do normal time first.
It's the same.
No, it's not like all left and right's the same.
Yeah. That's what I mean, that's what I mean, yeah. They look similar,
So straight away, like your left has had to move like a little bit more because the right's not.
Yeah, okay.
Now the right feels like it's like just holding tight.
Yeah.
But it's actually swinging.
Yeah.
And what you'll find is, particularly when we do a couple new and old, we'll do left and try and loosen it up even more, but I think taking away the focal point of the right will allow that just to kind of open up again.
Yeah.
When you do the difference between new and old, as soon as this actually opens up and swings, you'll start to feel a pull.
Yeah.
Just focus on right again. Just hold it. Yeah. So it is just 2 inches, 2 inches of movement.
Yeah.
Like it's moving, and you can see it's moving.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's like a good visual, so at least you know it's not just sticking here like this going, I'm doing the pull.
Yeah.
Just do that out and back again. That's really cool. And the other way to think about it for you is you just can't swing back.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to swing back. Because if you do,
it opens it up
and straight away it gets to there.
Yeah.
So it's like all I want you to do is just working on this bit, which is the other reason why I just want that 2 inches here.
Yeah.
Now it can be, 4, but it's still only front side.
Yeah, okay.
Because you overdo your backside already.
Yeah, definitely. And even like the ones before, like I can feel it's like driving back from my elbow like that. Like fully open like that.
Yeah. So we can even reverse that. So we can work on a few different things, like limit movement, but your drive, your power comes from that.
Yeah, okay.
It does not come from that.
Yeah.
Like instead of
here.
It's
funny, even like when I'm like doing a rep on my let's go, it's like
bang. Yeah.
Like
yeah. Rather than forward, it's like which could be to do with like actually trying to get to that first step. Okay, well if I can change it to first step that way, but at least it kind of gives you a little bit of stimulus to go the other way. Go, can't pull back and only 2 inches.
Yep.
And come back without it. So let it loosen up.
Yeah, okay.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I just feel like I dropped my arm as well.
Yeah.
And out like that.
And out. Yeah, like it actually comes out as well. Like away from the body as well. Actually, there's a couple of 50. New way out. So really limit, really restrict. No pullback. So it's just a forward swing. But I want you to go new way on the way out. Like feel how loose or how tight. I guess it's not tight. It's actually like how loose it is compared to how stable even. Yeah. Because we'll get down to here, and create the correlation. But how loose, how stable. Come back old way. How loose, how stable.
Yeah. Just under me more.
Good.
Instead of here, it's like, I don't know, it's unstable there. Like opening up, I
think that opening becomes a really important word for you.
Yeah.
It's more about closing this.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of working through this small range. Like, again, exaggerating, it's just half the range.
Yeah.
You won't ever do half the range.
Yeah.
But you're doing like 1.25 times the range.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we can actually get it under, particularly on the backside.
Yeah.
Just think about the movement through here. Like obviously you don't get it until you get into mid-marathon.
Yeah.
But more about like when you swing back on new way or don't swing back, what do you feel through here?
Yeah.
When you swing backwards on old way, what do you feel through there? Because we can just keep going from here to here to here down to like foot.
Yeah.
Because it's all like really correlating as to what's happening. That's good, Brett.
I'm definitely not getting that pull.
Yeah.
It's just not opening. Yeah.
I think, and the more I think back to like London, so the most recent, still looks good, but you can see kind of that drive. It's like I'm getting fatigued and
I was focusing a lot on London.
Yeah.
The forward.
Well, that position was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like my arms were still just like loose.
Yeah. Because I think that also being in here, like what I noticed particularly through movement in London was like you're over top your legs the whole time.
Yeah.
And that looks strong.
Yeah.
But this started to like fatigue, like you can't hold it as well, and it starts to kind of get looser and looser, which is really normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually pretty good. And you never got to this.
Yeah.
Like I think back to
exactly. Yeah, I know.
A couple of years ago, I was like, every now and again, like under real fatigue, you can see that kind of position.
Here comes Brett Robinson. He is going to be absolutely giving this everything. 2:09.40. Only 5 Australian men have ever broken 2:10. Di Castella, Monaghetti, Derek Clayton, Pat Carroll and Lee True. And I think he's going to do it here, you know. And if he could duck inside 2:9:40, that would be the icing on the cake. It's going to be mighty, mighty close. Remember, this is the Australian who passed up an opportunity to race in the World Championship and passed up an opportunity to race in the Commonwealth Games. He was desperate for a fast time, desperate to join this illustrious list of Australians to break the iconic barrier, and he's going to do it. Brilliant from Robinson. Inside 2:10 for the first time in his life. That is fantastic. His whole season has just come together at the perfect time.
Race, and I was talking about the seat. She's like, yeah, like I saw footage of you like coming into the finish, and like, yeah, you could tell something was up. I go, mate, I run 42k at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what, if I was perfect, like, I haven't run hard enough.
You're still cool, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, if you're not seeing some sort of fatigue, you know, fuck, I got to question how deep I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the legs were good. As you said, like you could see that, like they still looked.
Yeah.
And fucking pretty good indication after doing like, you know, sub 2:10 to still definitely be looking in a good pattern.
Yeah, I think that's what like I take a lot of confidence from that. At least my legs felt like they were moving good towards the end, where like, some of my marathons, like I just like feel like I've got no drive, or like at least I feel like that big step still.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Rather than like a controlled, powerful movement.
Yeah,
no, that's true. Let's go through hip. So I remember, like, you know, hip flexor, and you get some groin stuff every now and again. Still. So do new, just forward. I'm gonna keep like reminding, just forward swing, just forward. You'll get a message from me like midday on a Friday, so just forward swing. It's like forward swing, but just feel how straight you are through hip flexor and then femur swing, or how much rotation. And then old way return, what's going through that right hip. So just forward swing. Still gets quite wide on that right elbow, but at least it's not a big loose backswing. You can actually see here, like his whole chest and torso, he almost puts weight across to his right. Like weight transfer there.
Yeah, it definitely feels, like, I can't feel heaps of difference, but it does feel, I don't know, maybe more straight, not like...
Let's go. That's okay, if you don't feel, that's no problem. I think, I just sort of noticing then, I was talking through with Alex, get a feel for like, if you're thinking about like the four corners, so like hips, shoulders, when you run out new way, just with your forward swing, just forward swing, is like how stable, centered, still, and like, is there any weight transfer? So it's like, how stable, or is there weight transfer, particularly to the right? Come back old way. How still and stable, or is there any transfer, weight transfer to that right? But you'll notice here, right, a little bit centered, right.
Like, I feel, I don't know what the transfer is, but if it's that way, maybe like that and that.
Well, it's actually like, cause the both times, it's just as you swing, like overswing there, this comes across there. And so that's why it feels like this out here. But it's like you're kind of almost loading, like, because you're pulling over there. So it becomes that kind of load and then comes forward. Whereas if you're just working on here, it probably feels like all you're doing is this going. Like that. But the reality is, it's just we're taking away this portion, which is then that. And I think that's where that becomes. So it's less to do with what you, and you said it, like, oh, I don't feel quite that much, which is fine. Because I think, I mean, you're right, it's not to do with this swinging, it's actually that weight transfer across, which is then putting that load through there, rather than this going, oh, like swinging any differently. I think, dude, ground. That right side, like how clean do you get up and off that right foot compared to old way return? Is it the same, or can you actually feel the weight transference in the ground contact?
little bit more blocky. That's how I always describe it.
Yeah.
Like it's just, kind of,
So that block is just a little bit of extra time. It's minor, but it's just that tiny little bit of extra weight. So you're going, okay, I'm fatigued or I want more power. I'll drive through here rather than just keep it as clean as possible in your movement. No drive's going to come from it. But understandable, or it is pretty common. You know, we have like this drive movement. Your first step, do that. Swing hard to try and drive rather than actually just swing clean. So it's your half swing. It is. That way. See, even then. Spot on. It's just a forward swing. It's a forward jab. When you're going faster, it's still the forward movement. We don't want to overdo that. You'll still have a full swing. I think the big thing is it's not halving the amount of movement, it's minusing that extra, 25% of movement. So if you just focus on that, you'll still have enough. It's just being able to do it for an extended period of time. But just go first half new into second half old. Same on the return, first half new into second half old, forward swing, and then let it go. So good, new, old.
Do you think I notice that area's gone?
It pulls you out of shape. Even just by holding here, it actually allows you to keep that position even better.
As soon as I change, it just open that up.
What's really funny, and particularly going the transfer between the two, this little movement here, and as soon as you do go back to old, that transfer in that position, but also then you just kind of pull back here. So you can really use that reference point of being, to that rib, like that front corner. You can't drop and you can't go behind it. You can go higher forward, for sure. Not that far. You can actually get to the point where almost like touching your chin, like just gently grazing, but you can never go back further. So you're getting your range more from this. Now again, you will go back a little bit, but as soon as you went back to went to there, like the gap between this corner and there almost just like opened right up rather than just tucked in there. Do it again and see if there's anything, say, through hip or legs that you feel different. So new into old, then we'll do old into new. But just do one more and go, is there anything that right hip or knee drive? Old. Just seems like the more and more you're doing, because you're getting better at it, or maybe you're just more comfortable at it, this is just locked down. You're just kind of staying here and it's just square. And this can just kind of work evenly underneath. It's really nice. And new. New way. Good. That's awesome.
I can just feel it just goes into it and then it's just like, and it's like, go forward.
Go forward, And funny enough, as soon as you switch new way on, that left starts to go, okay, I'm in. And it starts to move more. So you're kind of just working in these like two little points here to here, rather than like this tiny, like just kind of holds here and this opens up and you get to there and that becomes that position. It's really good.
It definitely feels better. It's like the first time we did this, I could just then feel under myself and like pushing forward.
Like even doing or being able to hold it like you did for the marathon into this position. Being able to do that and know you can do that, putting those two together almost like allows them. I really want to make that your focal point. Like you're actually working through here because you overwork back there. We don't want to have you going, okay, I'm just going to do this the whole time. But it's like, what do you do? What can we limit? So where do we need to focus on? And it is just if you just do a new, finish on new.
1, 2, 3.
It does feel better.
It's good. It's really good. So what's the focus? That. That's it.
Forward.
All you can do is just forward, really. Knowing that you're going to swing back. It's nothing big. We don't want to allow this to open up.
Yeah, I think the good thing, like setting the, I'm at 1.25.
Yeah.
And trying to shorten it to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If like trying to shorten it to 0.75.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so then we'll find a middle ground of 1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Which is then allowing that to feel a bit freer.
It definitely, I can definitely feel that as well. Like, it even feels a little bit funny because it's moving a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's good.
Yeah, almost like if you start to get that feeling as well, coming through here, hopefully, fingers crossed, you don't even get it at all.
Yeah.
But if you start to feel it, just don't swing it.
Yeah,
So if you can do that and just focus on the forward swing, maybe that'll help you get back into breathing earlier, or I think, as you can feel, if there's not going to pull through there, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah. So,
any questions?
Nah, I think that's makes sense. It is just the hardest thing is going for 2 hours, but yeah.
As Brett said, we've been working together for a little over a year now, and it's about sort of gradual process of trying to make those changes. In reality, some things take longer than others depending on what part of the body we're working on and also what the person's thinking on at the time. Someone racing as fast and as long as Brett has, sometimes it's more about introducing the thought process in a race of like how to hold, what to do, what movements to make. So I think that real understanding of it's a gradual process. As you saw during the session then, it was more about trying to limit a certain movement. Now he's held in his position, he knows what he's supposed to be working on. It's like refining it to actually allow him to do a better job of it. And then utilizing some simple messaging about, you know, what part of that movement that he has to focus on most. And as you could see, there's real changes in how he moves, where he positions, and how that affects and influences the rest of the body. Fingers crossed in 4 weeks' time when he's actually done this in some hard sessions, some longer sessions, some marathon sessions, when he gets to Fukuoka, it's no longer a problem. And we just need that one time where he can actually understand and feel that the stitch doesn't come on, or it comes on later at the very least, just to kind of reinforce it until it becomes habitual, and then it's no longer a problem anymore. But yeah, thanks for following.
そしてオーストラリアのブレット・ロビンソンが帰ってきて第4位。そして